Good Fella Sports TV, we back at this thing once again. Another boxing video for right now, right? If I'm Errol Spence, man, I wouldn't even blame him. And if I was somebody close to him, I would advise him to go search for a deal elsewhere, man. Okay? And I wouldn't be mad if Errol Spence was to go talk to Bob Arum. Okay? They've been, sweet talking Errol Spence, promising them stuff and promises they can't keep over at Premier Boxing Champions, because this is getting comical. I don't really care about the welterweight division no more, all right? Losing the love to talk about boxing because it's punani straight across the board, all right? But if I'm Errol Spence, man, I would just go over there and see what Bob Arum's talking about. You know what I'm saying? I know he don't want to fight on no app, but you got to weigh your options, man, as far as with the zone and stuff of that nature, and see if me and Bob Arum can hash out a deal and a plan for me and Terrence Crawford can meet. Because at this point, man, what Sean Porter is doing, it sounds like Keith Thurman gonna come back. Errol Spence is on the Twitter. He on Twitter, begging for a fight. So I need a fight. And Luis Collazo, like, come on, man. Collazo, Ocampo, and Peterson ain't gonna cut it, bro. It's gonna be the same thing. Oh, you ain't fought nobody. You need to be fighting better competition. And with Terrence Crawford, people don't say that about Crawford, even though Crawford, you can say the same exact thing. And Crawford is what? 3 years his senior, okay? And Crawford's been pro for 5 more years longer than Errol Spence, because Bob Arum provides that protection through the media. And if I was Errol Spence, man, I'd see what Bob Arum's talking about. I'm just going to keep it funky with y'all, bro. I'm going to see if we can hash out a deal, make sure my lawyers read over the contract. Something I don't like. If it ain't a sticking point, I'll go ahead and sign that deal, as long as he can promise me that the Terrence Crawford fight will happen in a timely manner. Because guess what? He ain't got shit over at Premier Boxing Champions. They got 2 of the belts, okay? They got 2 of the belts and they shit pop cracking. And ESPN to show Errol Spence love, having him on, get on up with Jalen Rose. They speak about him. They talked about his fight. Even though they had Terrence Crawford on the same time, they talked about his upcoming fight he had, I think, versus Ocampo. I mean, they would love to have Errol Spence and ESPN if they really got the bag, and I know they got the bag. If they're really willing to spend the bag on Errol Spence, he can do that. Maybe he can have, somebody in his team, some financial guru, reach out to ESPN, and they can do a deal just through ESPN and Man Down Promotions, okay, without working with Bob Arum. But he still would be tied to the network, but not Bob Arum if the Top Rank thing don't work out, all right? Because right now, his own brand is freezing him out, and Al Heyman not going to do nothing about it. Okay, they saying that Keith Thurman may jump back in there, might tune up. I would guess tune up in December, and then jump back in there and fight Sean Porter in the spring, taking 2 of the belts away. And Keith Thurman don't have no intention on fighting Errol Spence. They promised Errol Spence that he would get the winner of Danny Garcia and Sean Porter. Remember, he did the interview outside the gym saying, "I've been assured I get that winner." That's a promise they cannot keep. If they cannot keep. And he don't get Sean Porter, and Sean Porter wait around for Keith Thurman, even though he got the belt and refused to fight Errol Spence. Then what else is there to talk about? What is there to talk about? The WBA is not going to strip Keith Thurman. He ain't fought almost in 2 years, and the WBA ain't going to strip him. The WBC seemed to be in Keith Thurman's corner, okay? The WBC wants Keith Thurman to get his shot versus Sean Porter. They must have been in communication with Keith Thurman about his shot. So Keith Thurman going to come back next year, fight Sean Porter. They ordered that. And Errol Spence ain't going to never get that shot. So why not go over to ESPN Top Rank, see what Top Rank is talking about, see if you can hash out a deal with ESPN without Top Rank, or see if you can hash out a 1-fight deal to fight Terrence Crawford, or see if you can hash out a deal with Bob Arum where you ain't tied up in there forever. And I understand people say, well, Errol is his own boss right now. He got Man Down Promotions. He doing his thing. But at the end of the day, he ain't getting what he need at PBC, okay? He's either... he go over the Top Rank and try to make that fight happen, a deal that's good for him, or he move up in weight and try to make something happen at 154, okay? Because at the end of the day, he's 28 years old. He wasting his prime. He wasting his time. It's the same thing we were saying about him before the Kell Brook fight is still being said. People say, well, Kell Brook was beat up. Errol Spence ain't proved nothing. He ain't proved this. He ducking Terrence Crawford. He ain't fought nobody, even though Crawford ain't fought nobody neither. And we know Top Rank don't do nothing but make in-house fights. All right? Go be great and make the fight. Steven Espinoza, and Al Heyman offering, promising you stuff, and they don't want to put Keith Thurman in there. They're not putting no pressure on Keith Thurman. They probably signing the checks for Keith Thurman to hold on to that WBA super belt. Okay? They fuck around and turn around and gave Adrian Broner, rumored to give Adrian Broner the Manny Pacquiao fight. They take better care than Adrian Broner than they do Errol Spence Jr. How do you feel about that? They take better care of Adrian Broner than Errol Spence Jr. They take better care of Mikey Garcia than than Errol Spence. They taking better care of Keith Thurman more than they taking better care of Errol Spence. They taking care of Deontay Wilder better than they taking Errol Spence. The list goes on and on. The list goes on and on. They taking better care of Adonis Stevenson than they doing Errol Spence. That's a fact. And I go for the Charlos too. They taking better care. They found a way for Deontay Wilder. They went out their way and found a way to get around the Eddie Hearn thing. What if they went out their way and did for the Charlo twins? Nothing. What if PBC went out their way and did for Errol Spence? Nothing. Nothing at all. That's why Danny Jacobs got the hell up out of there, man. Nothing, man. They got their select ones they choose to do stuff for. They ain't pressed Sean Porter on nothing, bro. Sean Porter ain't got to take that fight if he don't want that fight with Errol Spence. They'll happily pick up Keith Thurman and Sean Porter. Long as Sean Porter or Keith Thurman don't take them belts over to the zone or take them over the top rank. They don't care about Errol or Errol belt for real. And they over their pillow talking Errol. Overpaying him, stuff in his pocket. The same thing they did for Keith Thurman. When they couldn't get Keith Thurman the fight that he wanted, and he's supposed to be this feared welterweight, talking tough, beating his chest, talking junk about Khan and Paulie, they overpaid him. They paid him over $3 million to fight Leonard Bundini Bundu. And they're going to continue to overcompensate Errol, and Errol going to have a whole bunch of money, okay, and that's cool, with no legacy. No legacy. All that money with no legacy. We're going to be saying, we saying the same shit we said a year ago about Errol when he got the belt, who he fought. We said the same shit about Errol since he made his pro debut. The same questions you got about Errol that you had when he turned pro is the same questions you got right now about Errol Spence. And then you got people saying he ducking Jared Hurd, the guy that's a weight class above him. Oh, he's ducking Jared Hurd. PBC ain't defending Errol Spence's name, okay? PBC is just overcompensating Errol to hold him in place to keep him from going over to make a fight with Top Rank. And if Errol was smart, he'd go over there and holler at ESPN before he talked to Top Rank. And then he talked to Top Rank. See if he can hash out a deal with himself and just ESPN and network deal, and they can make the Crawford fight happen. If that can't happen, talk to Bob Arum. See if you can hash out a deal with Bob Arum. Have your lawyer read it over. Any sticking points about any of that Fugazi stuff, you get that out the contract, you go make that fight happen. Okay? Because at the end of the day, what you doing over at PBC, you could be doing at Top Rank. Easily. They obviously hold Danny Garcia, Adrian Broner, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman of higher regards than you. They might be super stuff in your pockets just to hold you right there. Just to have you so you won't go to the other side and make a good fight with Terrence Crawford. Just so Bob Arum can't have you. But it's going to be the same thing regardless on each side. The only major difference is you're free to go ahead and do whatever in PBC. You're free. You're free to do what you want to do. And that's not bad to have freedom. But you sticking over there and ain't shit coming to you. Nothing at all. But being overcompensated and your legacy dying every day. You're going to look up, you still ain't going to have that career defining fight. Same thing for the Charlo twins too. Same thing. Can't blame Errol if you get up out of there and go to the other side. Shit, the other side of the street seems like it's sunny. It's raining over there for you. Because Al Heyman and Steven Espinoza can't make them do nothing. That's the downside of not having a binding promotional contract or a binding network contract. They can't shelf you. They say, well, okay, Sean, we're going to shelf you if you don't fight Errol. Then Sean going to go over to the zone and fight Jesse Vargas. I got the belt. Bye, Al. See you later. Bye, Steven Espinoza. See you later. Now, if you go over there, lose the belt or the zone fold, whatever situation it may be with the zone, he try to come back, then it'll get funny. But I'm telling you, man, Errol needs to start weighing his options. You talking about taking a vacation over to Jamaica? Fuck that. I need to be taking a vacation to Bristol, to ESPN to meet with them. You know, but hey, it is what it is. Goodfellas Sports TV. A lot of y'all might like that, but shit, it's business, man. Y'all know what the business is, man. We're going to continue to grind. Don't forget, boxing, 101 early morning grind, our boxing talk show every morning right here on Goodfellas Sports TV, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you missed the episode, it's uploaded today on the YouTube page still, and also it's on our podcast. The link's in the description. You know, we already uploaded most of the last episodes from the last 2 weeks. Y'all know what it is. One time for the one time we gone.